He's gonna come back and like he's gonna be like, guys, it was all about not liking gay people.
It's like, I just don't like penis.
Yeah.
Right?
I
You do whatever you want.
No, it's their problem. I wouldn't have made myself gay.
And everyone behind, and he's wearing a crown of emeralds. That's the worst part. He's wearing the crown of emeralds.
Like, yeah, we got so many of these. If you just dig a little deeper, it's all emeralds down there.
Well, Johansson told you, burn the gays, you get your emeralds. What are you people doing?
Why did he become Italian from?
Well,
what are you doing? Hey,
fucking Jesus here.
I'm discriminating here.
I'm walking on water here.
I don't know. I imagine them in Rome for some reason.
Oh. Now they try and you. I don't know what you're talking about. I had 2 loaves and 5 fishes. I don't know why you're saying that. You're saying that 15 trucks worth of loaves and fishes gone missing. I made this out of 2. I don't know what you're talking about, officer. You can talk to Pontius Pilate if you feel so inclined. But things might go poorly for you. That's the way it would go. You know, Italian Jesus robbing the Romans to pay himself.
An American Italian is what we're talking about.
What Jesus Christ went through was a bad weekend. Jesus, everybody with cancer would trade their experience for Jesus's.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one.
When you got cancer, though, everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna be okay. We love you so much. Let's take care of you." I don't know. They're just kind of beating the shit out of Jesus for a couple days, right?
Yeah, I don't know if
for a few days.
I just like you're just saying
the pain, the wailing.
You're just
what my mother-in-law went through was worse than Jesus.
I mean,
she is the one that sacrificed for your sins.
Being crucified is horrific.
Yeah,
like they did
pretty
that
awful
because Rome was like, hey, we invented roads and aqueducts and all this modern, political science. What can we put our minds to now? And it's like, look how much pain we can inflict with some nails and 2 sticks. Like, oh, we have scientists coming in. See, it doesn't look like he's in that much pain, but watch him struggle to lift himself up to fill his lungs with air. He can't. It's filled with fluid. That's why he's spitting up blood right now. Like, it was a horrible way to die. But you're right in that if I go into it like Jesus did, knowing you come out on the other end, it's just like, come on, like eye on the prize.
Yeah,
like
focus.
Just get through to the other side of it. If you're one of those thieves on the side of Jesus, that's a way worse death. Because the one thief, he got to die thinking he was going to heaven. And if you believe the lore, he did go.
Well, no. If you believe the lore, then eventually he'll get to go whenever God comes back, right? He's still on the ground waiting.
That's always been a weird thing with Christianity is because like
heaven's empty, folks. It's empty. There's nobody up there. There's like 8 guys up there chilling.
Wait,
there's no one in heaven.
No one's gone to heaven yet?
No.
That's not what I learned from cartoons.
Like half a dozen people.
I don't know what the actual like canonical truth is.
They can't even play a basketball game up there.
I'm pretty sure there's lots of people with wings.
There's still angels up there. They could get a game going.
Angels can't play basketball. They're just eyeballs and wings. I showed you the picture.
That is true. They have no grip.
No,
they'd have to use magic for it.
Magic.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes more sense.
Hold a basketball with wings.
It makes more sense if everybody goes there as soon as they die. But there's a lot more grandeur if everybody does it all at once, I guess.
Yeah. The idea
sounds like a traffic problem.
But you go to hell immediately, right? No, because what do they say? They say like God judges you at the end, and so like you'll stand before Him and bear witness all your.
Just the devil.
I guess not.
Just the devil
like
and
Supernatural's a big lie.
I think it is.
I'm pretty sure nobody's in hell.
They're in purgatory?
And there is no purgatory. We don't believe that nonsense. Okay,
get
out of here with witchcraft.
In a holding pattern.
Yeah, they're just in the ether somewhere.
They are sitting there in the ground.
In cold storage.
Are they conscious?
No, I wouldn't imagine so. That seems like a fate worse than death.
See, they have thousands.
You die in like the year minus 50,000. It's like, but you were a good guy. Just hold the line. It's like, no, you're totally insane by the time you make it to heaven. You just lost your mind. It's just a whole place full of crazy people. I was like,
why did they have to make
down
it
their
so
consciousness?
Why did they have to make it so complicated? Why could like the problem? One of the thing that makes Christianity so at least a little bit credible and believable is like, God, if a person were making some shit up, they wouldn't have made it so complicated. If someone was just making this up out of like fucking thin air. They'd have come up with something that made a lot more sense than
it's
this.
because they had to keep like layering down excuses. So like the Pope in the year 1400 wasn't just like dealing with questions and answering shit like within the Bible's constructs. He had to like take on centuries of other popes' lies and fibs. He's like, this fucking asshole Pope Hubert II in the year 800. He said that, you know, you get a crown of emeralds when you go to heaven, and I can't undercut that now. We've been celebrating Emerald Day for 200 years, but it's totally made up. All right, I gotta backfill this, you know, mixing it. It's a Rubik's Cube of theology.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of crazy how many different things go into it. And I still crack up because I went to church every Sunday, like pretty much without any real, like skipping until I left my house. So when I went, it was weird to me how many times they did a little revisionary, like, you know, let me tell you, it's the same story every year, basically. Same progression, same story. You learn about it. It's very uninspiring by like the fifth time around. But for whatever reason, they seem to change the prayers every 6 years. The wording, the language, the delivery, the meaning behind them all. And I'm just like, you know, if we've done this 6 times in my recent memory, how many times have we been just fucking around with like this long game of telephone with Jesus? He's just like, no, like, I didn't say any of this, guys. Like, none of this makes any sense, guys.
He's going to come back and like, he's going to be like, guys, it was all about not liking gay people.
It's like, I just don't like penis.
Yeah.
Right?
I
do whatever you want.
No, it's their problem. I wouldn't have made myself gay.
And everyone behind, and he's wearing a crown of emeralds. That's the worst part. He's wearing the crown of emeralds.
Like, yeah, we got so many of these. If you just dig a little deeper, it's all emeralds down there.
Pope Johansson told you, burn the gays, you get your emeralds. What are you people doing?
Why did they become Italian from?
Well,
what are you doing?
Hey, Jesus here.
I'm discriminating here.
I'm walking on water here.
I don't know. I imagine them in Rome for some reason.
Oh. Now they try and you. I don't know what you're talking about. I had 2 loaves and 5 fishes. I don't know why you're saying that. You're saying that 15 trucks worth of loaves and fishes gone missing. I made this out of 2. I don't know what you're talking about, officer. You can talk to Pontius Pilate if you feel so inclined. But things might go poorly for you. That's the way it would go. You know, Italian Jesus robbing the Romans to pay himself.
An American Italian Pope is what we're talking about. Dude, I'd watch that. Did you watch that the series The Young Pope with Jude Law?
No, I never watched that.
It's really good.
It's modern day, right? Not
yeah, modern day. And he's just like
about the Pope in modern day. I want to go back to when he had power. Real power.
He abuses every ounce of power that he has, and he's continuously trying to get more because he becomes Pope at like 40 or something. And it's pretty interesting. Like right away, there's like, I don't know, some like cardinal that like is the Pope's right-hand man, it seems. I don't know much about Catholicism, but he's just like, you know, this is how things are done, and today we'll do this, and then you'll have to go to this. And he's like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing any of that. You don't work here anymore. Neither does he. You make good waffles. He just kind of takes over and does his own thing, and they can't do anything because he's the fucking Pope. It's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he might be getting laid. It's kind of in the air. I wish they'd done a second season.
There was like a spree like 1,000 years ago or something where every Pope for decades was just assassinated within a few years of becoming Pope or something like that. Like I don't remember the exact date.
For a long time, it seemed like it was just like I don't know, like a job that you could just kill somebody for or steal away from them or give to someone else or buy. Like there was that one guy who sold his popeship and then bought it back later. Like they went like back and forth or something. It was pretty nonsensical back in the day.
I didn't know about that.
Not like now where he, you know, comes out with his silly hat and blesses everyone. That makes a lot more sense.
Pope would be such a great job.
It might be the best job.
Like, what are your daily responsibilities?
Do you think that they would like rat you out if you're getting laid? Like if you had like 3 or 4 girlfriends or something as the Pope, do you think anybody would tell?
If you're
I think
the rules.
I think
not some of them. Some of them you can't. Some of them you can,
I
I'm
don't
sure.
know. Isn't there one who's like good for gay marriage?
There was one that
don't know.
the most recent one that isn't the current one,
The
John
Emperor.
Paul or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think was progressive and was just like, maybe we just love everybody, guys. And it wasn't like, I think gay people. It was just like everybody was made under God's creation, and for that they all deserve a place at the table. And that
maybe
was
he
as far as he
pro-condom
went.
too.
Mhm.
I think he was pro light contraception for those that like couldn't end up supporting. I don't know. He was very
Yeah.
progressive for what it was, but it was still light years away. And it also came out that he was part of the larger cog of hiding like the sexual abuse of the
That's
church.
progressive
Ah.
too. I feel
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
You're right. He's
you're kind of
progressing.
kink shaming when
He can
you say that.
quit the papacy, go get a job in Hollywood as a producer.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, there we go.
Be both. Is Pope John Paul? He's the one who retired because he started.
It might
didn't
be
he,
the
like,
one
start losing
after
his
John
mind?
Paul, but one there's
Losing
been
his
three
mind?
in my lifetime.
I thought he like was getting so old that he left. Pope John Paul.
The current one is pretty okay, but he did in fact say recently that he thinks that people that have pets instead of kids are selfish, which I think is a
yeah.
brain dead take.
He hates
for
millennials.
I saw somebody was just like man's talking real high and mighty for a virgin.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? Fuck, you're right.
For a virgin. Yeah.
When's the last time you even saw a pussy with that weird fucking hat of yours? He looks like the Emperor from Star Wars. I really just like
Palpatine?
that. Woody's
Yeah.
talked about this before, how like it seems really dumb to have like a virgin be like the one who's talking to people about their marriage or like you know, a man and a
Pope
woman.
Francis is the one that's progressive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's the current
nonsensical.
one.
Pretty
Oh,
sure
is
2 or
he?
3 marriages deep. You know, with some step kids.
I
involved.
want to
Like,
know
yeah,
how
there's
they-
a guy who can advise, you know, his flock.
You're like, don't leave her. Whatever she wants, do it. Do it. You'll end up here. at Church. They
Dude,
told me
that guy's got some wisdom. That guy I just described, you know,
Yeah.
like he's fucked half a dozen women or better, and he's married a couple of them, and he's got some kids and some step kids, and that guy can tell you his life experience. You don't want a virgin; you want the opposite.
Okay, it looks like
you
this
get
guy
7
Bennett-
virgins and they're all neckbeards. That joke where they're just like all fat, like gamer kids.
That was like the old like political comic from like the
Yeah.
mid 2000s where it's like an Al Qaeda guy and it's like, where are the 70 virgins? And it's a bunch of fat D&D guys. Classic. old classic 2005 political
Boomer
cartoon.
humor.
Boomer humor. It looks like Benedict, the Pope before this guy. Yeah, I'm wrong. I thought he like left because his mind started to go on him. No, I think he left because of like kid stuff. Like stuff started to get uncovered. Maybe not him personally, but like knowing about it over like doing like the shut the fuck up, don't talk about it kind of shit.
Guys,
Man,
just be a little quieter when you rape. Come on.
just shut up. We need money from every country on earth. And we can't get it if you're raping kids and people are knowing about it.
I don't.
I
isn't
just
that
feel
the
like
point
there's-
of Catholicism, isn't it just a big child rape organization?
Yes. And
It
that's
doesn't
very
seem
bold
like it.
of you to say.
It's very brave of you.
But I stand
Oh,
with
yes.
what Woody said when Woody quote, I say, all Catholicism is a child rape
This
org.
is a fair point if I'm inferring it correctly. Really, I'm the one who went too far, right?
went way too
I'm
far.
the one
You
who's
didn't
been
go-
appropriate here.
You
Not
didn't even
the
go far
priest.
enough. I
Woody, you got to be careful. All those Catholics up at YouTube are going to cancel us.
The state of
All
Utah
all
has
those
denied
devout
Woodworth. You're never going to be able to go to Salt Lake ever again.
Are there
I mean, like-
Catholics in Utah? I'm
No, that's
It's all
Mormons,
Mormons,
yeah.
but all the Mormons, like, I mean, obviously not all of them. I'm sure some of them take it like really defensive, but every Mormon I've ever met, and I met a lot when I lived in Idaho, like they would take little jokes that people threw at them. You know, I didn't really feel comfortable joking at Mormons' expense because I didn't grow up around Mormons, and I'm like, I didn't even know enough to really address it. But like other people who grew up in Boise or Salt Lake would like make little jokes at the Mormons, their magic underwear, and their 4,000 people and planets and all that shit. And every single time they'd just be like, you know, it's just a belief system that I think works really well for our family, but I can see where you're coming from. It does seem silly. And it's like, damn it, do you guys take like a how to get out of bullying class? And now, guys, agree and amplify. Repeat after me. Agree and amplify. It's just funny. And they were such good-hearted people. Even the magic underwear guy, like I heard someone make fun of him. He was like, you know, like just, you know, he rolls off his back, doesn't care. He has ultimate conviction in his beliefs. And it's like, that
He
must
doesn't
be
get
really
mad.
cool. Yeah. Doesn't get pissy.
Very,
like,
very strong sperm, that group of people.
It's the fucking strongest.
Very
man.
potent. Yeah.
Like we need to be doing studies on Mormons'
It's
balls.
like 6, 7 each. And they're just like out here solving the lowered birth rate issue that first world countries have.
It's like
fuck it.
single-handedly, the Mormons and the Amish are like, we can do it.
They're like, more of us, more of them.